This is a basic overview tutorial of SauceCAD version 1.0. This here is the main login screen. Your login screen may look different depending on the background image that you choose. So to start off with, I'm going to create a basic user account by selecting the Create Account button and typing in the username and password. Once I hit Create Account, the account will now be created. So I can go ahead and go back to the main menu. From the main menu, I can now log in with my new account username and password. At the menu list, this account now has the two default permissions, which are the civilian and the settings page. So I'm going to go ahead and log out of this account and log into an admin account so I can change the user's permissions. Logging into my admin account, I can now select the admin page at the menu. At the admin panel, I can select the user I want and select edit permissions. And then here I can check the permissions that I want them to have and select save. I can now log back out and I can log in to the user account again. And I can see now that the permissions have been updated and I now have more page options available to me. So here on the left, I have one account logging in as a police unit. On the right, I have an account logged in as a dispatching unit. So you can now see on the units list that the unit on the left is now online, and the unit on the left can change their status, and you can see that it's all real-time live updating, unlike many of our competitors. So on the right, you can select your department view. So you can filter the departments, or you can just look at all units and all departments that are currently online. I can go ahead and go to the edit unit, and I can select the unit I want to edit, and I can change their unit number. I can change the rank on the unit, and I can also change the department that the unit is currently in. I can even change the status as well. So then I can save the unit, and you can see on the left it all updates live and in real time. So the unit on the left is now B10 with the status updated. However, you will notice that this unit currently has no name set. That's because it is a new unit that has just created their account. So as this police unit, I'm going to go ahead and go back to the menu and go to the civilian page. Here I can change my character name. And then I can go ahead and update the name. And I can go back to the menu. And I can log back in as police officer. And then you can see that change reflect on the dispatch panel. So now, as a dispatcher, I'm going to go ahead and dispatch a unit and create a call. So I can scroll down here on my dispatch window. I can select the unit that I would like to add to the call and add them to the call there. I can go ahead and input all the call data. So I can put in a phone number if I'd like to. I can put in a call type, the call location, the call priority, 1, 2, or 3. I'll just leave it as 1. I can change the status. And I can go ahead and type in the situation as well. And I can also add notes, but I'll go ahead and leave that blank for now. Then you can see instantly over on the left, our police unit has received the call with all the information and data. On the dispatch, I can look at the call viewer. On the left, the unit can now change the call status, and you can see that reflected in live time as well on the call viewer for the dispatch unit on the right. So now selecting that call, I can go ahead and edit it. I can add more units if I'd like to. And I can change any of the information there that I'd like to. So for example, I can change the situation. I can also change the location up a little bit. And I can also change the status. And I can update that, and it's reflected on the call viewer and for the police unit as well in live time. So I've gone ahead and added a second unit to this dispatch, and you can see that either unit can easily change the call status by selecting the appropriate button, and that all updates easily. Units can also add in notes in the notes section, so they can type in whatever notes they might need to add to the call. So for example, here I've added 2 passengers and was argumentative. They can add and update those notes. Once the call is completed, they can go ahead and close the call. And once the call has been closed, they can no longer change the status or update the notes on the call. However, if it does need to be reopened, dispatch can always go back in, edit the call, and change the status if need be. So now you can see that it's reopened and they can change the stuff. So I'll go ahead and reclose it again. Once the call has been closed, you just can go ahead and clear their panel just to clean it up a little bit, and they're good to go. Another feature to this software is the record system. So both police and dispatch can go and select a new record. They can select the type of record. So I'll file an arrest record, and you can enter in the name of the person and their plate. You can leave either one of them blank if need be as well. So I'll go ahead and leave the license plate blank. And then you can enter in the details. And then you can also enter in any notes that you might feel necessary. And you can go ahead and add the record. Now, if we go to the lookup and we type in the person's name, we will find all arrest records of that person. We can view it, and then we can edit and update the record as well. So the record is updated, and you can see it instantly takes effect, and we can view it as well, and that it's taken effect. So this has been just a brief overview of the SauceCAD Web Edition software. If you'd like to get a free quote, you can head on over to saucecad.com/pricing. For contact information, head on over to saucecad.com/contact.